Hello again, beautiful lovelies, and welcome back for your reading for October 9th, 2021. So this is a very special reading today, I think, because as I was shuffling, we had a deck jumper. So normally I don't take deck jumpers, but today I decided to because it was just really cool what it actually was. So we'll get to that in a minute. So as always, why don't you take a minute? Take some deep breaths, prepare yourself for the messages in this reading that are for you, and prepare yourself to let go for the things that maybe aren't meant for you. So as I said yesterday, and as I will say every day, this is a collective reading, so it can't be all things to all people. So if something resonates with you, take it in. If it doesn't, let it go. It's okay. Not everything is meant for everyone, right? So anyway, saying that, this is a very cool reading. So 2 cards today. The first one, well, I'll just tell you what they both are, actually. So we had the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. 2 queens, hugely positive, which is kind of why I decided to take the deck jumper today, because I love the Queen cards. They are gorgeous. And I think that there's just a really beautiful, positive, feminine energy to today's reading, which I am all about. So here we go. So we'll start with the Queen of Wands. She was the card that was originally pulled. She was not the deck jumper. So anyway, Queen of Wands, there she is. Sorry, my light, it's like very shiny, and now there's shadows in my faces. Only one face. Anyway, Queen of Wands, here she is. So this card is hugely positive as well. And just by itself, it's very positive. So she's all about confidence, courage, independence. She's a social butterfly of the tarot, which I love. So it's not just about being confident in yourself, but it's also about connecting to others, connecting to ourselves. Just look at her. She is, excuse my French, a badass bitch. Look at that face. Look at that face. She knows who she is, right? She is confident. She knows what she's doing. She's got vision. She's got purpose. She knows how to optimize both her strengths and her weaknesses. Basically, she's got it going on. She's got it going on. Look at her. She's just yeah, I know who I am. Right? There's attitude, lots of attitude, but self-assured attitude, confidence, like I said before. So I think what she's saying to us today is to be bold, right? Have courage, do the thing, whatever it is, shine bright, those kind of cheesy but inspiring things that help us become the best version of ourselves. And it's interesting because yesterday's reading was the Devil, right? And we talked about that being a card of duality. We talked about our shadow selves and our best selves. This card right here, she's basically the incarnation of our best self. She knows herself so well that she knows both her best self and her shadow self. She knows her shadow side. And I think one really important thing to point out about shadow side of ourselves is that it's not always negative. It can also just be something about ourselves that maybe we're afraid of showing other people, that we're vulnerable about. It's not always something that needs to be fixed or is a negative thing. It could just be a part of you that you've never shown to anyone else before, something that you enjoy doing that no one knows about. So I think that this card is also telling us to not be afraid of our shadow selves, right? It's okay to show that part of yourself to the world. It's okay, because basically, I don't know if you've seen Brene Brown's TED Talk about vulnerability, but if you have, then you know that vulnerability is massively powerful, and it brings us together. It connects us to people. And there's a lot to be said about embracing your entire self, warts and all, as they say. So I think that, that's how we make connections with each other, and we need to be vulnerable. So our shadow side is a big part of that, our shadow self. So I think she's saying don't be afraid of yourself. You're awesome. You know you are, right? You do. Okay, so that's the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Pentacles. So as I said before, two queens, massively positive. Lots of that beautiful feminine upbeat energy in this reading, which I just am totally here for it. So like I said, she was a deck jumper. So there was something about this card that the universe absolutely wanted everyone to hear today. So it's our little bonus. So I remember reading not too long ago somewhere that someone said the Queen of Pentacles is like the nurturing mom of the world. Like she's kind of like the goddess of nurturing, or like the home and health, right? And that pretty much just sums like this whole card up. That she's taking care of everything that we need, that we always worry about. So like she's taking care of our health, she's taking care of our finances, she's taking care of literally everything. She's like that do-it-all superwoman that we all want to be, right? That we find it really hard to be. So she's like, you know, hugely successful, cooking nutritious meals for herself and her family, and like has great relationships and has great sex, and like, you know, all her relationships are amazing, and like she balances everything perfectly, and you know, like without even breaking a sweat. And it sounds like a fairy tale because we all know that all of those things, balancing all those things, is really hard to do, right? So how does she do it? Flow, right? Alignment, being your true self, right? Basically prioritizing what's important to you at your core and giving love and support freely. So like I said, she's nurturing, she's giving lots of love, she's giving support to others. And when you give to others, it comes back to you, right? So again, it's about connecting, social butterfly, right? Connecting, vulnerability, nurturing, connecting, nurturing, all of the things. It all comes together. This is like two sides of the same coin, right? So basically, I think this card can mean two possible things for you. One, you're doing it. You're working to create all those things in your life: financial prosperity, a warm, loving home, you know, nourishing, you know, your mind and your body and your soul, focusing on your health, doing all those beautiful things, and it's paying off, right? It's paying off. You're doing it. And if it's not paying off, that payment is right around the corner. Like everything is coming together for you. Okay. So give yourself a little pat on the back if this is you, because that is amazing. It is very hard, like I said before, to balance and to kind of take all of these things and succeed at them, balance them, do them all. Like, well done. If that's not you, which is not me right now, you know, life is really difficult. Adult life is difficult, right? So what this also might be saying to you is that if you're struggling with some of those things that we just talked about, and you're not the superwoman or the superman doing it all, being all the things, that it's okay to ask for help, right? So you might need a mother figure. You might need a nurturing figure, a mentor. So what I would say is, you know, she's got you covered. So if you need to, reach out to someone that you know is going to support you and love you and give you that extra support and care that you need right now. Like, and that's okay. We can't all be superwomen all the time. It's just not possible, right? Life happens. And sometimes we've got everything together and sometimes we struggle. And like, if you're struggling with that, what I need you to do today, or what you need to do for yourself, is give yourself some compassion, right? Talk to yourself like you would if your best friend was going through the same exact thing, and reach out and call in your reinforcements, call in your cavalry, all right? So that's what the two queens are trying to tell you. I can't get enough of these two. Like, I just think they're perfect, and I'm so happy that they showed up together today. So now we've just got your oracle card. So I like this card. It's very cool, actually, because we've got two queens and we're at a Y junction. So what is the Y junction saying? You are at the divine Y point. It's another card of duality. So like, that's a big theme the last couple of days, is this duality, right? And the best self versus the shadow self. the Queen of Pentacles versus the Queen of Wands, even though they're working together, like it's kind of, like I said, two sides of the same coin, right? So I think what this is saying is that there's literally like a fork in the road, right? You might be facing a choice, or you might be choosing between two different paths that you could take. Which one are you going to go with? Each path is going to have positives and negatives and different possibilities. And, I think it's important not just to focus on the why, like the letter Y, but the WHY, the other Y. So ask yourself, what choice or choices am I facing right now? And what is my greatest why for doing it, for navigating through it? What do I want in the long term? Going back to the Devil card yesterday, short-term gratifications versus long-term happiness and well-being, right? This is the choice. So I think you probably already know what the right path is. Like,
Hey lovelies, sorry about that. My video got cut off. These things happen during Mercury retrograde, so we just need to roll with it. But here I am, back. It's pretty much finished with the reading. I don't think I had that much more to say about it, so we'll just leave it there. So just wanted to say, once again, thanks for watching, and if anything you heard here resonated with you, do all the things, like the video, comment, etc., etc. Let me know, what ritual you brought to mindfulness yesterday. If you haven't already, watch yesterday's video, or literally anything about the reading today about the queens that you want to share about me. Yeah, so I'll be doing new readings every day. Stay tuned, watch this space, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything, because I would hate for you to miss something. So anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.